Find the average rate of change of the function between the given two t values. So when we have a function, let's say fx or ft, in these two values a, b, is the rise over run. So change in function values divided by b minus a, fb minus fa over b minus a is called the average rate of change. So here our function is t square plus 3t, and here are two time values, negative 2 and 3. So the average rate of change is this function at 3 minus function value at negative 2 divided by 3 minus negative 2. This is rise over run on the bottom. Now 3 minus negative 2 means 3 plus 2, 5, f of 3. So evaluate the function here at 3. So that is 3 squared plus 3 times 3, 9 plus 9, 18 minus f at negative 2, here negative 2 square plus 3 times negative 2, that's positive 4 minus 6, negative 2 minus negative 2, that means plus 2. 18 plus 2, 20 over 5, so 20 over 5 is just 4. Okay, here use the table to evaluate the composite functions. So in part A, f circle g at 2 is pretty much f evaluate function at g at 2. So g at 2 means the value is 1. So this is 1, so f of 1. Now this f at 1, when x is 1, the function value is 1. So f at 1 is 1. So the final answer for this composite function is 1. In the same way, this is g of f1. f1 is f at 1, x value is 1. So this is g at 1. Okay. Now next, g at 1 means g at 1 is 2. Okay, g at 1 is 2. And now let's do part C. H circle g at 2, that is in fact h of g2, h of, let's g2, g at 2 is 1. Okay, so h of 1, and h of 1 is what? H at 1 is just 1. In the same way, h of 1, so h of h1, h1 we just found, in fact h1 is just 1, and h1 is again 1, so the final answer is 1. G at h2, that's the g at h2. What is h at 2? Okay, let's look at this table. h2, so h at 2 is 3, so this is 3, so g at 3. Now we need to evaluate g at 3. When x is 3, g value is 7. Okay, so this is 7. Now g at 1, so g at 1, g at 1 is 2, by the way, this is 2. Now we need to evaluate g at 2. G at 2 is 1. Okay. Now number 8. Here we are given two functions, f and g. We need to determine these values. So here it's the same thing like the earlier. We don't have table, we have to compute the values here. So f at g at negative 1, which is f at g at negative 1 means here. What is g at negative 1? We need to replace x by negative 1. So this will be then 3 minus negative 1 squared. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. So this is 2. F at 2 means now we need to evaluate here. So that is 5 times 2 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. Here G circle F at negative 1, that is G at F negative 1. F at negative 1 means here 5 times negative 1 minus 4. So we multiply first. Negative 5 minus 4, that's negative 9. So G at negative 9. Now G at negative 9 is here. Okay, so we find here now. And that is G at negative 9 means 3 minus negative 9 squared. 3 minus negative square means this is 81. Okay, negative 9 quantity squared. Positive 81, you can check in your calculator. And which is 78 minus 78. Okay, so the final answer is 78. Okay, that's there. Now let me find f of x. Okay, here we are not working with numbers anymore. F of x means f of fx. F of fx is 5x minus 4. Now our input is 5x minus 4. F of input is 5 times input minus 4. Here f of input means 5 times input minus 4. Let's simplify. We distribute here 25x minus 20 minus 4 outside. Minus 20 minus 4 means minus 24. So this is 25 minus 24. Okay, here comes g of fx. So that's g of fx. G of fx is 5x minus 4. Now g of input. Here g of input is 3 minus input square. 3 minus input square. So g of this one is 3 minus input 5x minus 4 square. Okay, g of input is 3 minus input square. We need to simplify this though. 3 minus, this is not simply 5x square minus 4 square. No, 5x minus 4 square means we need to multiply by itself. That's 5x minus 4 times 5x minus 4. FOIL, first multiply here. So 5x, 25x squared minus 20x here minus 20x plus 16. So that is 25x squared minus 20 minus 20 minus 40x plus 16. And there is a negative sign here. We have to write parentheses around or distribute this negative. So negative 25x squared, this negative positive 40x minus 16, because this plus will be minus from that. Okay, then this is it, but we can combine 3 and negative 16 there. That's the only chance here to like terms. So negative 25 squared plus 40x, and 3 minus 16 is negative 13, and that's how we find this value.